Chip carving this Celtic knot candle dish with the interlocking hearts is a lot of fun, and it comes with a couple of challenges. I guess the main challenge is to carve smooth, chatter-free curves in all of the interlocking hearts. There's a way to do that with proper technique and practice that I'm going to show you in this lesson. I'm going to show you how to carve a few of these interlocking hearts, as they have plenty of curves that we can practice on. Now we're going to use standard first position with our knife. Thumb, knuckle, and knife blade make a tripod as we hold the knife. But in this example, I'm going to show you how to use a knife that I've modified to make it easier to get smooth, chatter-free curves. Here's our standard #1 cutting knife that I use for primarily the majority of all my chip carving. And here is a modified knife that I modified, and now I've made it available in the My Chip Carving store. And notice I've taken off some of the metal along the spline of the blade. So as I make curves using this modified knife, there's less metal to drag around the curves, which allows me to make smoother curves. And you'll see how that's done as I use this modified knife and carve some of these interlocking hearts. Let's get started right over here. We'll do a little warm-up with these chips that are relatively straight. Okay, there's the first part. Now we're going to start on some of these curved chips and show you how to get a smooth, chatter-free cut with the curves. I'm going to start, remember the technique is to carve away from your previous chips. So my first cut will be right along there, carving away from this previous chip. Now I'll carve the inside curve. As I do, I'm raising the back of the handle of my knife and coming right around the curve, turning the wood as I go, trying not to stop the motion of my knife. Now I'll take this cut right there, and the final cut is the outside of the curve. Now right here, as I transition from with the grain to across the grain, I'm going to slide the blade out of the wood a little bit so I can keep my cut going and make a smooth transition around that corner. Trying to keep my knife moving. Okay, so there's that curve. I got one slight little mark in here. That's from when I stopped my knife. If you can keep your knife moving smoothly around the curve, you'll have less chatter marks on the inside. Let's try another one. Cut away from your previous chips. And now I'll take the inside cut first. Again, I'm going to try to keep my knife moving smoothly around this curve to avoid any chatter marks. Now I'm going with the grain, across the grain, slide my knife out a little bit, and make the curve. Okay, there's a little bit left right there. Take that out. And down here. Most likely it's right across the grain, right there. There we have it, nice smooth curve. I didn't allow my knife to stop, and I raised the handle of the knife, the back of the handle of the knife a little bit, and transition from with the grain by slipping the knife out and finishing my curve. Let's try another one. Now we'll do the curve cuts. Raise the back of your knife up a little bit and make that transition around the corner. Now we'll do the outside. Again, I'm going to try to keep it so I can keep the knife moving. There's with the grain. Slip the knife out a little bit, come back down, and make your transition right around the curve. Ah, that was nice. Nice and smooth, chatter-free cut. Let's do another one. So using the modified knife, you can see that it's much easier to get a smooth, chatter-free cut around curved surfaces as compared to using a regular #1 cutting knife. You can find the modified knife in the My Chip Carving store, and it comes pre-sharpened if you like. I'll get it razor sharp for you. You'll find that using the modified knife makes it easier to get smooth, chatter-free curves on designs like this interlocking Celtic knot heart pattern that's found on the candle dish in the My Chip Carving free pattern area. It's easier to get smooth curves whether you're working with letters or numbers. And it's also quite handy if you have to take out a series of small square chips where the normal #1 cutting knife, the blade is just too big to reach the bottom of the square chip without going over the end of your lines. I'll show you. The modified knife allows us to get the point of the knife right down into the bottom of these small chips. Just like that. Comes right out. Can do another one just to show you how easy it is. Again, we're using the first position with our knife. You see, with this knife you can get right down to the bottom of these small chips, right with the point of your knife. Right into the bottom, just like that. Good luck in your chip carving. If you're not a subscriber yet, please go to mychipcarving.com and get a free subscription to many free lessons, patterns, and giveaway contests. Sign up now. That's at mychipcarving.com.